Warriors for Wellness.
Yay.
Intuitive healer Tricia Gunberg here.
And
You're
Reiki Master Teacher, Hypnotherapist, Art Kuhns.
We are here with our second video to demonstrate what to expect during a Reiki session. And now this is a little bit more specific as to how Art and I do it, but you'll get the idea in general. So I'm your client, Art. Knock, knock, knock.
Yay. Hey, come on in.
Come on in.
Now, I usually talk with the client first about what Reiki is and what it isn't and that kind of thing. So see the first video for that. And the only thing I would add that normally I will tell a client what they should be doing during the Reiki session. Because some people actually try and overanalyze it. And we don't need to be doing that. And then some people actually approach it because Reiki is kind of a meditation. They'll actually try and do something like, I'm going to clear my mind of all thoughts and keep my mind empty. Don't do that either. So just lie on the table, open yourself up to allow whatever healing that might have. And then I do a meditation with my Reiki sessions. So I'll actually be asking the client to set an intention for the Reiki session, and then just be open and allowing. And I start normally at the head, and stay inside the camera here. So I'll start at the head, and I will give Reiki towards until I feel the need to move.
So you do near touch? You don't touch the person's...
I actually rarely, just near touch.
Near touch, okay.
Or barely touch.
Okay.
And I will start at the head, and I go very intuitively, but I do try and move down the body as I can. But I'll start at the head and then maybe go to the third eye, shoulders, and then as I go on the body, I am just working in the aura from here, and I try and work on the chakras as I am guided to. And so I'll move down the chakras and then down the body as I feel intuitively do so. At the same time, I'm guiding the recipient or the client in a guided meditation, so that they can engage their mind and stay there, keep their mind engaged while they're receiving the Reiki. So and there's a lot of gaps in that guided meditation, so that they can allow their subconscious minds to connect to their higher selves and really connect into the divine.
So quiet time in between.
Yeah, there's a lot of quiet time.
Okay. Do
During
you play
that meditation.
music during your sessions?
And I do, yes,
Okay.
so that they can drift with that.
Okay, well this is cool because I do mine differently.
So I guess I go on the table.
So now it's my turn. Okay.
Wake me up.
Placements, and I touch, and I mostly touch people with the heel of my hand. So this is a position that I use, the chest and the top of the head, and then shoulders, sternum, and then I work my way down with joints. So I have shoulder and I have elbow, and then I go down to the wrist, and I get a signal, an intuitive signal in my body that tells me how long to stay there. And I stay there until the signal goes away. I even hold my client's hand. See, Art's nice and clear. I turned my Reiki on. I drew my symbols before we started. His hands are clear, so I would just move to the next spot. Another area I do is the hips. That's your creative center, and the hips often talk to me. I'm creative, so I know when somebody's got creative blocks. I can tell by scanning your head how much you meditate, and I spend quite a bit of time down at the soles and ankles of your feet. I can tell how grounded you are by touching the soles of your feet. But to be clear, you don't necessarily need to be on a table. You can just as well sit on a chair, right?
Or be across the world.
That's right, or be on Zoom. And you always stay fully clothed.
Correct. Now, what do you think that the recipient is going to feel during this?
Oh my goodness, I get reports of my hands. Mostly everyone that receives it from me says how intensely hot my hands are, but to me sometimes they're actually cold. And What mostly do your clients say, or do they have?
Regarding my hands, most of the time they feel the hands are very warm. They feel the energy. I've had a lot of comments like the energy feels like it's being pushed into them, like through a fire hose or something.
Oh.
They just feel the energy
like
flowing
the
in.
surge. Yeah.
But then the recipient, depending on the person and their the way that they perceive the world, whether they're more visual or
feeling,
kinetic.
Yep.
Or
Kinetic,
emotional.
that's a good word.
They some will see lights, some will feel tingling or the energy flowing around them or in through them.
Right.
And so it can depend upon the person. And then I always tell my clients that, because this is the way it happens to me, that you could receive Reiki 10 times in a row and it'll feel different each time.
Each time, that's beautiful.
Exactly, just because depending on what you need and where you need what you need. So.
But what I've noticed though, working with clients, I'm an empath. So if I put my hands on someone and they have a headache, I start to get a headache. And then I discuss the balance issue or what the meaning of that headache could be. So I have you talk through meditation, I talk through the session on what empathic things I'm picking up during the session. And now I've done clients where I've seen them 2, 3, 4 times close together, and my signals will actually will lessen, but still alert me to areas that they're having issues with. But I actually can hear and sense and feel the tone of it, or maybe if you want to say the severity of, I don't know if that's the right word, the tone of it being lessened with more sessions. I tell my clients that I can clear you, maybe even that day, we can clear the issues, we can talk about what's going on, but it's their responsibility to do the work after.
Right.
Right, and to understand, to keep it clear.
Correct.
But that at some point it's their responsibility, and as practitioners, maybe we can clear it all even in one session. And sometimes it needs multiple shorter sessions.
Sure.
That's what I do. I do a package, and it's more like 20 or 25 minutes instead of a full 45 or an hour. So, anything else? I think we covered the basics. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we have.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks for helping me out.
Thank you.
All right. Let us know if you have any questions. Oh, and from the bottom of my heart, the light in me honors the light in you.
Art will be offering group hypnosis infused with Reiki this December at the Healing Tree. Hope to see you there.